Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your hats for the presentation of the colors by the North Dakota 20061 Air Force Junior ROTC. The national anthem is being sung today by senior vocalist Sophia Sondriel. Please remain standing and hold all applause until the color guard has left the area.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Family, friends, teachers, fellow peers of class of 2017, welcome to the graduation ceremony of the 52nd class of Fargo North High School. It is my pleasure to introduce myself, Riley DuBoard, your Student Council President and Master of Ceremony tonight. On behalf of the 2017 class, I would like to extend our appreciation to all of those that are in attendance with us on such a special day. And now, I will introduce the people joining me on stage. If you each will please stand as I say your name and hold all your applause until the end. Assistant Principals, Dr. Kathy Cieslak, Mr. Mark Blanchin, and Mr. Travis Christensen. Superintendent, Dr. Jeffrey Schatz. Our Principal, Mr. Andrew Dolan. School Board members, Ms. Rebecca Knutson and Mr. David Paulson. National Anthem singer Sophia Sondriel, student speakers Molly Anderson and Kayla Zoppi, and our interpreters tonight are Ms. Stacy Tornell and Ms. Jana Gunderston. Please join me in thanking them. Our first student speaker is someone who can be both sassy and serious. First got to know her freshman year in our French class, where she would excel in the language, and I would stop taking the class after 2 years. Molly Anderson was an excellent 4.0 high school student taking numerous AP classes. She also was heavily involved in many activities and clubs, such as being a part of the school newspaper editing team, PAY, French Club, National Honor Society, and Knowledge Bowl. In addition, band and an orchestra where she has earned countless stars at all state competitions. Molly was also part of the Red River Valley Figure Skating Club. This girl can for sure do it all. Molly plans on attending University of North Dakota, where she will pursue to double major in both English and French. It's my pleasure to welcome the Molly Anderson.
Fellow graduates, parents, staff, and distinguished guests, it is an honor and a privilege to stand before you today and speak on behalf of the graduating class of 2017. When I look around this room today, I don't just see a room full of my classmates. Today, I look out on a room of friends. When I first came to North 4 years ago, I didn't know a single person in the school, and like any new kid, I was scared. Would people like me? Would I make friends? Who was I going to sit with at lunch or during my classes? However, on the first day of school, I was immediately struck by everyone's kindness. There was always someone willing to make room for me at a lunch table or show me to my next class if I was lost. And I believe this speaks a lot to the character of our class. I've spent the last 4 years of my life surrounded by a group of people who are many things: friendly, funny, intelligent, creative, loyal, adventurous, bold, inventive, lively, and hardworking, but above all, they are kind. We have grown so close over these last 4 years and have made for ourselves memories that will last us a lifetime. 4 years of crammed studying for tomorrow's test at the nearest coffee shop. 4 years of doing the Cupid Shuffle the North Highway at dances. 4 years of cheering on Spartan athletics from the rowdy crowd. And 4 years of supporting music and theater at all of their shows and concerts. Of course, for all the good times, there were some bad ones as well, but that's just a part of being human. Sometimes we argue with each other and we fight, but at the end of the day, we always make up. We have forged ourselves a bond that can never be broken. So what comes next for us? Where do we go from here? To answer this question, I'd like to share a quote from a man who I believe is a true inspiration, and perhaps even the voice of our generation. Theodore Geisel, better known by his pen name Dr. Seuss, said in his best-selling children's book, "Oh, the Places You'll Go," "And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains." And I wholeheartedly believe that each and every one of us is not only capable of success, but that we will succeed, regardless of what we have planned for the future. Whether attending college in the fall, joining the military, or diving right into the workforce, we each have the power to take our dreams and make them a reality. We need to seek out our passions and allow them to become our driving force in life. Many people know Dr. Seuss from his famous children's books such as The Cat in the Hat, Green Eggs and Ham, and my personal favorite, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. We all remember reading these books when we were little, and they are still loved by many young readers today. However, many people do not know that Dr. Seuss was also a political cartoonist. He took issues that were important to him, issues that he was passionate about, and created cartoons as his way of doing something about it. Everyone has something that they're passionate about. Imagine how much better the world would be if we each took our passions and made them our priority. We all have the power to incite change whether we realize it or not. The only thing holding us back from making a difference is ourselves. So, let's reflect on what matters most to us and allow it to steer us throughout our journey of life. Now, to take the focus off those graduating for a moment, we need to remember to thank our families for all they have done to support us in these past few years of our education. I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but in all honesty, without them, none of this would have been possible. It's easy to forget to acknowledge the important people in our lives for all of the things they do for us. I'm guilty of it myself. I can practically feel my mom giving me the look right now. But seriously, we all made it this far because of their constant support. They were always there for us when we needed them to be, and it's time they got the recognition they deserved. Let's get a round of applause for all the parents in the room tonight. Other groups of people who don't get nearly enough credit as they deserve are all of the teachers, coaches, and staff whose constant encouragement helped bring us to where we are today. Sure, we've been known to give them a hard time about too much homework in this class or a bad grade on a test, but when we stop to think about it, they do so much for us, and we rarely, if ever, take a moment to tell them how much we appreciate it. They get to school early, they stay late, they bring the rest of their work home with them to finish. They do it because they love us, and they do it because they love to teach. Of course, we learn so much more from them than just the material they teach us in class. They are role models for the kind of people we should strive to be. They are excellent examples of how putting the needs of ourselves behind the needs of others, pushing others to be better than they think they can be, and being a positive influence can encourage everyone around us to thrive. I feel like we are able to take on the world today because of the lessons that we learned from these teachers and coaches. On a final note, I would like to establish that I am so incredibly proud of every single person in this room today who's going to be walking across this stage with me and receiving their diploma. Graduating from high school is an accomplishment that many people like to discount as being less important than it truly is. This diploma is a representation of our many years of schooling, and each and every one of us earned it through our hard work. Congratulations, class of 2017. We did it!
Thank you, Molly. Our second student speaker of the night is someone who has changed my life for the greater good. Her and I have grown closer throughout high school years, creating countless memories. Kayla Zaffi is kind and humble, and is always willing to put in never-ending effort to make a team great. Kayla was heavily involved in Fargo North Theater Productions, where she resided as vice president of the Fargo North Thespian Society this past year. She also was involved in speech, where she was captain and qualified for nationals this spring. Additionally, she also is in Cass County Youth Commission and Imagine Thriving, where she's striving to make this great town of Fargo even greater. Kayla also is in jazz choir and concert choir, which has led her to earning numerous stars at EDC and state choir competitions. Kayla plans on attending Concordia College in Moorhead this fall. She'll be studying political science and women and gender studies. She would also like to give a shout out to Sarah Miller and the Gillens. It is my honor to introduce the sensational Kayla Zaffi.
So this is pretty weird, isn't it? Us sitting in these chairs rather than up in those bleachers. Ooh. Having our names in alphabetical order in the program, hearing the words Class of 2017, and knowing that's the year we've chanted at so many pep fests and countless games. The year that we've dreamed about for the past 13 years. The year that will hold a special place in our, hopefully, long and prosperous lives. First of all, I would like to say thank you. Thank you to all of our parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, dogs, and other pets. Thank you, teachers, administrators, paras, office personnel, counselors, librarians, kitchen and custodial staff, directors, and coaches. I would also like to thank PowerSchool, our tablets, online textbooks, Google, Crash Course, Google Drive, EasyBib, YouTube, and Pandora. Not that we've ever used it on school Wi-Fi. Without everyone mentioned, all 225 of us would not be sitting here today in these super fashionable cap and gowns. You encouraged us when we were down, inspired us when we lost sight of our goals, and reminded us that we are only human when we beat ourselves up after the smallest mistake. But most importantly, you led us to become the group of strong, motivated, and successful individuals that we are today. So again, thank you. Now, class of 2017, to you. We survived. We did it. You did it. You made it through every day where you had to get out of your warm bed despite getting less than 4 hours of sleep. You made it through every standardized test, every non-standardized test for that matter, every loss and every win. I could continue to list all of the great things we've made it through, but we would be here for hours, considering every single one of us has done such incredible things. And as much as I like to hear the sound of my own voice, I won't. Honestly, speaking at graduation has been a huge goal of mine, but I couldn't figure out quite what I wanted to say or how to say it. But then we went to our senior retreat, which brought me to the conclusion that we are a community of accepting and not just tolerant individuals. As we look around the world right now, There's a whole lot of tolerance and minimal pure kindness. Tolerance to live around each other rather than to truly coexist. But that is exactly what we do. We accept each other and understand that while our problems widely vary, we are all still human. And that is a rare quality for individuals to possess, looking back through recent decades. So for that, you should be very proud of yourselves. It is at this point where the speaker normally talks about how exciting it is that we're all going on to college or the military or the workforce. Well, I'm going to change things up a little bit, as we are the generation of change. We are a part of the only generation to grow up in the world where the whole everything is located at the tips of our fingers. We can do better than just college, the military, or the workforce. Yes, most of us will be continuing our futures in those mediums, but where we are going in the coming months and years isn't what's exciting about right now. What we will be learning, whose lives we will be changing, and what innovations we will be creating is what we should be celebrating. Sure, it's cool to go to college and get an education, or put your life on the line for this already great nation of ours. But you know what's even more cool? We are the generation of innovation. We are the generation who will see a problem and fix it, rather than leaving it for someone else. We have the power and the resources to change the world. Fargo North, whether you realize it or not, has given us opportunities that hundreds of millions of youth around the world can only dream of. With that in mind, I encourage you to leave today and continue to learn, help, and give, because we have been taught how to. For us, there is no uncertainty that we will continue to better this world. We are the future, and it is in the most capable of hands. Thank you.
Thank you, Kayla. Over the past few months, Mrs. Kelly Sister Erickson, a business education teacher and yearbook advisor at North High, along with students Kelly Curtis and Sarah Harms, have collaborated to create the senior slideshow. Please enjoy.
There's a light that glows by the front door. Don't forget the keys under the mat. When childhood stars shine, always stay humble and kind. Go to church 'cause your mama says to. Visit grandpa every chance that you can. Won't be wasted time. Always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Know the difference between sleeping with someone and sleeping with someone you love. I love you ain't no pickup line, so always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb. that summer sunshine. Always stay humble and kind. Don't take for granted the love this life gives you. When you get where you're going, don't forget, turn back around and help the next one in line. Always stay humble and kind.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. A year from now, we'll all be gone. All our friends will move away, and they're going to better places. But our friends will be gone away. Nothing is as it has been, and I miss your face and I guess it's just as well, but I miss your face.
Just stay, at least until the sun goes down. When you're gone, I lose faith, I lose everything I have found. Heartstrings, violence, that's what I hear when you're by my side. Ooh. That's what I hear when you're by my side. But when you're gone, the music goes. I lose my rhythm, lose my soul. So hear me out before you say the night is over. I want you to know that we gotta carry on. So don't let this be our final song. Don't let this be our final song. So hear me out before you say the night is over. I want you to know that we gotta carry on. So don't let this be our final song. Baby, when we were young, there was nothing to make believe. And the songs that we sang, they were written for you and me. Melodies on repeat, that's what I hear when you're by my side. Yeah, that's what I hear when you're by my side. But when you're gone, the music goes. I lose my rhythm, lose my soul. So hear me out before you say the night is over. I want you to know that we gotta carry on. So don't let this be our final song. So don't let this be our final song. So hear me out before you say the night is over. I want you to know that we gotta carry on. So don't let this be our final song. Take us to a higher ground, here and now. Whatever you do, just don't look down. Underneath us, it's alright, it's alright. We gon' make the perfect sound. We gon' make the perfect sound. But when you're gone, the music goes. I lose my rhythm, lose my soul. So hear me out before you say the night is over. I want you to know that we gotta carry on. So don't let this be our final song. So don't let this be our final song. So hear me out before you say the night is over. I want you to know that we gotta carry on. So don't let this be our final song. Take us to a higher ground, here and now. Whatever you do, just don't look down. Underneath us, it's alright, it's alright. We gon' make the perfect sound. Take us to a higher ground, here and now. Whatever you do, just don't look down. Underneath us, it's alright, it's alright. Don't let this be our final song.
Thank you, Ms. Setzler, and yearbook students for sharing those memories from our senior year. Now it's my distinct pleasure to introduce a former 1977 North High alumni and the superintendent of Fargo Public Schools, Dr. Jeffrey Schatz.
Good early evening. It's my pleasure to be here. Riley noted my graduation. That's 40 years this year, 40-year anniversary. So thanks for doing that, Riley. So on behalf of the Board of Education, Administration, and staff of the Fargo Public Schools, I'd like to extend my welcome once again to these commencement exercises for the class of 2017. Welcome to parents, families, and friends. Graduates, congratulations on your graduation and all that you have accomplished along the way. Your journey to get here today has prepared you to take the next step in your life. Now you will move to the status of alumni, and with that status, you will become a member of a well-established group who came before you, one standing here. For those who are in the audience today and graduated from the Fargo Public Schools, I'd ask at this time that you stand. This is stretch time for the alumni. And I would ask our graduates to also stand. All of our graduates, please stand. And I want you to turn to the audience and look up to the audience. You will now become a member of this group of alumni, and I want you to give those alumni folks a round of applause. Okay, you can sit back down. Thank you. Alumni, thank you for your continued support of the work we do in providing our students with the skills and attributes needed to be successful in the next steps of their lives. To our teachers, counselors, support staff, and administrators in attendance today, thank you for your dedication and commitment to our students. Your steady and determined guidance has been critical in ensuring that each and every student receive the possible best education while attending our schools. Your efforts are greatly appreciated. And finally, to those school board members in attendance today, thank you for your service to our community and to our district. Your efforts are also appreciated. You know, I talked about this last year and I brought it back again this year because the question still remains wherever I travel. People ask me all the time, graduates, are students today better trained and better ready for the world than yesterday? Amidst the ongoing chatter of social media and instant news coverage of underperforming students, international comparisons indicating a decline in student performance, and high-stakes tests grouping all students into one commonly misinterpreted score, one would think that if you believed all that, the answer to that question is no. However, I know better. As I traveled across our district this past year, making many public presentations to our community, I spoke about the high expectations we have for today's graduates. We demand more from you today than we ever did before. We ask that you complete 24 credits to graduate. Many of our students, over 54% of our students, accumulate more than 24 credits, and many accumulate 30 credits. The Fargo Public Schools is a leader in the state by offering a rigorous curriculum of advanced placement courses and many, many other courses and opportunities for students. The advanced place students that we have taken advantage of those courses in our district account for more than 1/3 of the entire enrollment of advanced place students in the entire state. Subsequently, 72% of those students who take the exam scored a very high proficient rate. Graduates, you are more engaged in our community through service learning projects, community engagements, and service to many different sectors in our city, and you are a significant part of our workforce need in our community. You represent a youthful life of a community and bring energy and value to the future of our community. From my perspective, you remain the greatest commodity that we have. For you are the future citizens, the homeowners, the workforce, the creators, the innovators, and all that will lead us through a globally connected 21st century world. There are big expectations for you. However, I know you are better prepared to meet those challenges than those who walked before you on this stage. As you leave the Dome today, some of you may have a well-planned path for your future, while some of you are still developing that path. Regardless of the path that you choose, there's some things I hope you will do. The first and foremost, dream big. Why not? What do you have to lose? For you're young and you have plenty of time to pursue your dreams. Take the next step to your new reality, no matter how small or big, but do something. Be patient and reflective. Knowledge is only good if you reflect on it. Engage yourself in a purposeful life, one of integrity, truth, and purpose. Look up from time to time from your cell phone and engage in a conversation with another human being. And finally, be happy, have a hopeful spirit, and be curious. You are the only one in charge of your own destiny. Graduates, challenge yourself and dream big. You have every opportunity to be successful in life. Seize the moment and engage in a purposeful future. Congratulations, as I wish you all the best in your success and your journey. And once again, thank you for taking care of my old high school. Congratulations.
Good evening, parents, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2017. My name is Andy Dolan, and it's my pleasure to be serving our school and our community as the principal of Fargo North High School. What an awesome opportunity to work with outstanding students, great parents, and an exceptional staff. The stakeholders of our school can be very proud, and it's our belief that we have the very best school in the Midwest. I want to thank our community for your continued support. Would our assistant principals and staff please stand? First of all, I want to thank you for your attendance today. It means a lot to our graduates. Many of our faculty have had their own children graduate from North High, and today is no exception. David Volk, Don Smith, and Dick Fisher are proud fathers of North High grads. But I could also say that our entire staff are quasi-parents. You've been there to listen, you've been there to guide our students, and some of our students would not be here without your support. I would like to say thanks to our entire staff for a wonderful year. Let's give our staff a round of applause. Today marks the end of the career for Kari Bednar, who is retiring. Would Kari Bednar, our library media specialist, stand on the red carpet and face our graduates? The first thing that I'm going to say is that we are going to miss you. You are a positive individual and one of the most supportive staff members that North has ever had. Your library was a place of acceptance, and you made a difference in the lives of our students by helping them on research papers and finding books to read. You've attended countless graduation parties because you were a special person in the lives of our students. You have also helped our teachers in expanding their curriculum and finding materials that were engaging. You're going to be missed by your students, your colleagues, and your principal. We wish you well in your retirement. Let's give Kari Bednar a standing ovation. It is always a pleasure for me on this memorable day to take a few moments to reflect on the class of 2017. This is an outstanding class, one that I'm very proud of. You've excelled in music competitions and fine arts. You were the state debate champions and had academic success in the classroom and on standardized tests. You've had athletic success on the field, in the pool, on the court, on the track, and on the mat. I'd like to thank you for your contributions to North High, and I wish you the best in your future endeavors. Will the class of 2017 please stand? Faculty, parents, family, and friends, it is my pleasure to present the class of 2017, the 52nd graduating class from North High. These students have met all the requirements for graduation as set forth by the Department of Public Instruction and the Fargo Board of Education. It is my privilege to present them to Rebecca Knudsen and David Paulson to receive their diploma with all the rights and privileges that go with it. Class of 2017, you may be seated. The first row may be excused to receive their diploma.
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates' names will be read in a continuous manner. In order to allow each name to be heard, please applaud only after all graduates have received their diplomas. And remember, no noisemakers are allowed. Thank you for your cooperation. Kayla Zopfi, Riley Dubord, Molly Anderson, Sophia Sandrial, Samar Abuzakar, Martin Altenberg, Reed Anderson, Tyler Anderson, Emma Astrup, Benjamin Offman, Nathaniel Offman, Alexis Bachmeyer, Victoria Bakewell, Lana Bakir, Michaela Barkey, Caitlin Bernard, Emma Bartleson, Connor Beckman, Dominic Beckman, Sierra Begg, Caitlin Beal, Eric Benson, Ian Berg, Morgan Binfit, Madison Black, Kyle Bonham, Nicholas Broughton, Alexander Brockvatny, Dalen Bucher, Irene Buhendwa, Adam Burgess, Devin Bush, Dylan Cardwell, Victoria Cole, Gabriel Cromit, Kelly Curtis, Mitchell Dahl, Maggie DeGraio Dietzman, Peter Denault, Victoria Derby, Sean Dolan, David Dowdell, Brooke Dudley, Anna Elfstrom, Maxwell Evenson, Austin Fairfield, Alexis Fisher, Coglin Fisher, Sarah Fiske, Lexi Flagg, Jade Foley, Allison Fossil, Ellie Fowler, Jamie Freitag, Jordan Fredericks, Zachary Fredericks, Allison Fugel, Connor Fugelseth, Delton Gable, Michaela Garman, Ava Gisvold, Allison Godden, Maxwell Goncharowski, Abigail Gonzalez, Michael Grolum, Britta Greenewalt, Peter Griffin, Ricky Grimm, Robert Gunderson, Maximilian Gustafson, Grace Halverson, Cassidy Hamry, Reeden Hansen, Emily Howe, Gillian Harmon, Sarah Harms, Hunter Hasselbrock, Grace Haugen, Lamont Heath, Ethan Hedrick, Ruth Hegsted, Dylan Henry, Taylor Herkert, Daniel Holler, Orion Holtz, Yufeng Huang, Zachary Hulsbeck, Adam Hummel, Cole Jacobs, Michaela Jensen, Rachel Johnson, Sydney Johnson, Spencer Junkin, Ella Kadrick, Tana Cattermas, John Kenninger, Caitlin Kidrowski, Emily King, Tanner Kirkpatrick, Talon Kazima, Anders Kerr, Petra Kohler, Skylar Komenetz, Charlotte Kovash, Parker Kraft, Jack Krupich, Brooke Krutzinger, Dia Kweku, Skylar Lalone, Molly Lamb, Kylie Larson, Trey Larson, Allison Lee, Dalton Lee Johnson, Carly Lair, Susan Larson, Tiffany Little, Alexis Limasand, Romero Loera, Benjamin Mazel, Paige Martin, Aaron Majeka, Rebecca Maxfield, Mira May, Nicholas May, Jaron McDonald, Jaden McGregor, Matthew McIntyre, Sean Mengelcook, Alexander Meyer, Cameron Miller, Sarah Miller, Ashley Nelson, Kelsey Soren Nelson, Tyler Newton, Isabel Nillis, Bridget O'Keefe, Matthew Olheiser, Emily Olson, Haley Olson. Connor Ostendorf. Maris Peterson. Taylor Peratt. Jaden Peterson. Gailey Pfau. Haley Pfau. Matthew Peach. Jamie Plant. Tanner Patolny. Hunter Pringle. Isaac Raggy. Alex Rizak. Kiara Richard. Tiara Robinson. Olivia Roach. Isaiah Rodriguez. Colton Rocky. Brady Rude. Jacob Rumsa. Nathaniel San. Danielle Sanford. Matthew Santos. Molly Serafolian. Britta Sather. Mason Saylor. Brady Schmies. Carly Schroeder. Krista Schumacher. Taylor Schweigert. Simon Sem. Cameron Sherrard. Quincy Syme. Jamie Singleman. Matthew Smith. Brandon Soland. Cameron Solberg. Carson Spees. Jacob Stein. Logan Strand. Jackson Stremick. Mackenzie Sturm. Benjamin Swanson. Kayla Swen. Benjamin Swenson. Janae Swenson. Charles Thielman. Trenton Thomason. Cassandra Thompson. Charles Tollefson. Samantha Tomberlin. Corey Tostenson. Samantha Trana. Kiana Vogel. Emily Volk. Andrew Von Bank Pfeiffer. Shanoa Vondell. Peyton Watson. Alexis Webb. Therese Weary. Thomas Weary. Lauren Wennis. Kaylee Werder. Michaela Weston. Peyton Wild. Dustin Willie. Madeline Williams. Shelby Wixel. Ivan Wagner. Elise Walters. Callan Wright. Megan Zander. Kunyi Jo. Morgan Svetsig. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2017.
By tradition, the senior choir members are joined by underclassmen members, and they give their final performance at graduation. Today, the Fargo North High Concert Choir, under the direction of the lovely Miss Shelley Zietz, will perform Prayer by Dr. Renee Clausen. Thank you, Fargo North High Concert Choir. Now, in just a few minutes, the class of 2017 will walk out of here, and our high school career will officially be concluded. Some of us will never see each other again after spending countless days in classes together. On the other hand, some of us will keep seeing each other on the daily and stay friends till the end of time. We all have been looking towards this moment, some longer than others, but we can't forget our past, our origin, our experiences that have made us into the high-achieving class of 2017. Fargo North High will always be home. We have been educated and empowered to succeed by our teachers, peers, and parents. It has been my pleasure to be a Spartan for the past 4 years, and once a Spartan, I was a Spartan. Now, class of 2017, please stand. Now please join me in the turning of the tassel. This concludes North High's class of 2017 commencement ceremony. On behalf of the 2017 graduating class, I would like to thank everyone for joining us on such a special day. Good luck, graduates.